Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Probably one of the most, if not the most, controversial game in gaming history. Well, welcome back to Gaming Breakdown. I am your host, Slayer Gaming, and today we are going to be talking about the most controversial game in gaming history, and why I love it so much. Now, everyone has memories from COD, whether it be a tactical nuke, a baby crying in the background, a 2-year-old in his mom's basement screaming at you that you killed him with a sniper, someone 360 no-scoping you, making you just so angry. But those are the best parts of COD. Nowadays on COD, these noobs wouldn't survive back then in those lobbies. Man, if some of the things were said nowadays, it would be considered a terrorist attack. So, yeah, I don't think any new kids that just started playing COD would survive those lobbies. Now, one of the best parts of COD, in everyone's memory, was the campaign. Everyone loved those lovable characters returning, but no one knew what happened to the beloved Captain Price. After the last game, we know that he had saved your life by sliding you his pistol, so you could shoot Zakhaev in the face, and after that, no one knew what happened. And so, this game, we were determined to find out what happened to our beloved Captain Price. And so the game starts off. You take in the view of Roach, a new private that just joined the military. You are on the front lines with the only Rangers fighting in Afghanistan. So, at the time, Shepard tells you to get up and go fight, because he said Rangers are supposed to lead the way. And that, at the time, gave people a real insight to how the Army fought. This game wasn't the most realistic game, but it was a better look about how soldiers fought, because up until this point, everyone had been playing World War I, World War II games. There was really no modern warfare, and that's really what made this game so special in a lot of kids' hearts, and people's hearts but at the same time, it had very different opinions. Some people loved it. It was very controversial. So others hated it. I think a lot of it was because they didn't really want their kids seeing stuff like that, and also they didn't want kids playing as a terrorist. And there's more to that later in the story. Now to my next point. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 made you feel like an absolute stud of a soldier, and it made you feel like a professional. Watch this clip in the background. Now, just replaying this, the music in the background, the situation where you're in a hurry trying to get to the helicopter before it leaves you behind, it just makes you feel like so cool when you get that completed. That was one of my favorites about Call of Duty Modern. So later in the story, you are told of a prisoner, and his name is Captain Price, or Prisoner 405. At the time, you don't know it's Captain Price. But you are going to a Russian gulag, and this is just one of the most crazy things about this game. You're in helicopters, and something that was weird about this is because in most military games, you're thought out that most of the military works together, and that's how it is. But in this game, it's weird. As you can see, the soldiers are fighting the guys on the gulag, but then you watch and you see a U.S. military F-16 go flying with a low rocket run right beside you, and you see he flies right past you. And it's always weird to me that what they say. He says, at this point the Navy doesn't care about one prisoner. Now, if you are working together in a joint operation, the Navy would care. All the soldiers would be working together. And so you go in and you land and you're trying to find this prisoner, which we later know to be Captain Price. And we have one of the best reveals about it because Soap hands him his pistol back. Now back to the controversial part of this game. No Russian. In this one you take a look, you take a stand as an undercover agent, and you're supposed to go in and pretend to be one of Makarov's men. The way it happened, though, this soldier would be facing so many war crimes. I know this is game and all, but it's supposed to be modern warfare, and if this soldier really did what he did in the game, he would be facing criminal charges that would make Hitler kind of look like a normal person, and that's kind of saying something. He would be right up there with Hitler if he did something like this. In this game, they go and shoot up an airport, and it is the most graphic, like, one of the most graphic scenes in gaming history, because everyone looks at them, and then they take off running, screaming, as these guys with bulletproof armor and big guns, I think it was a M60, one of them, and the rest were, like, AR-15s, stuff like that, M4A1s. I think there was a striker shotgun involved, but it was just terrible things that they went and done. But there's a really big plot twist at the end of this. The reason this game is so crazy is because they actually stage it to look like an American attack by killing the American spy. Now for the multiplayer, I really don't have all that much to say. I mean, it was great. It introduced Rust, one of the best multiplayer games of all time, and maps. Other than that, I really don't have all that much to say about it, because I really didn't play the multiplayer too much. The Spec Ops and the campaign is really what had my attention for most of this. But, great multiplayer, everything about it I loved. So, yeah, multiplayer. I wish I would have played more of it, but, again, rage lobbies and all that, so, yeah, guys, that's all I gotta say about the multiplayer. All the Spec Ops. Oh my goodness. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the new one, doesn't even compare to this. Now, if I had a dime for every time I played Spec Ops, I would be a billionaire, and I'm not even exaggerating. Me and my brother played this for weeks on end trying to get the best time, and although that may have been an exaggeration, like, it is crazy how much we used to play this game. I loved the Spec Ops. My favorite mission would have to be the one on screen right now. Just great mission altogether. Shout out to my boy Leapfrog on YouTube, helping me get that footage. I watched some of his videos to help me get that footage, so thank you, bro. I shot so many of these clips, but I had to have some help along the way. Some of them are from other YouTubers, because I could not get the right amount of clips in here. So what you're seeing right now is just another group of just absolutely crazy speedruns on Spec Ops. Probably one of my favorite games altogether. I loved the Spec Ops on this game. Great, I mean, absolutely crazy. Probably one of my favorites is also the snowboard build ones, and my absolute favorite is Breach and Clear. I had to get a speedrunner to help me get a faster time, because every time I shot one of these speedruns, I ended up getting like 21 seconds at least, but he got it down to 14. So shout out to the speedrunner on screen right now. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This has just been an absolute fun video to make. Another gaming breakdown, which is a surprise because I haven't posted in a while. But guys, talk about so much fun and such an adventure. Modern Warfare 2 was my childhood. So thank you so much for watching, and shout out to everyone who helped me make this video. But absolutely loved it. This has been Gaming Breakdown, guys.